Hey everyone, it's Gamefruitpulp, and welcome back to another Minecraft Building Toronto episode. In today's episode, we'll be looking at a significant building in the City of Toronto's history that has now been captured in our Minecraft map. This building at one point held the council chambers for the municipality of Metropolitan Toronto, a portion of what now makes up the City of Toronto today. I can't wait to get into the details of this exciting building with you all. If you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Today, we'll be reviewing the completion of 3 medium-sized office buildings on the west end of our map, focusing on the central tower. These towers have had plenty of internal controversy on our project as we've debated the exterior block choice for this building passionately for months, if not years, but I'm excited to finally be showcasing this area of the map with you all today. If you don't recognize these buildings yet, we are of course talking about Toronto's Metro Hall. For the ease of conversation, I'll be calling this area a complex for the rest of the video. I'm not sure if that's what it actually should be called, but I think it's easier to say and you will all know what I'm talking about. As I mentioned before, Metro Hall is a 3-building complex, with most of the attention and historical significance being related to the main tower, which is what we will be focusing on in the video when we are talking about building information and historical stats. This building is located at an address of 55 John Street. The building was proposed in 1987, with construction starting in 1990, and it was completed being constructed in 1992. Given the size of the building, which is not the largest tower in the city, but it isn't small either by any means, I'm quite impressed with the speed at which this building was built, especially when you consider that this was a government-run project and compared to the time it took other government projects are taking today. All in all, I'm impressed. The architects of record for the building are Brisbane Brook Beynon Architects. The building spans 27 floors and has a height of 128 meters. An interesting fact that I found while researching the building is according to the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat, Metro Hall is the 9,346th tallest building in the world. Although I'm sure that between the time this video has been recorded to the time that you are watching, some new buildings have probably passed it at night. The story that led to the creation of Metro Hall is quite an interesting one that speaks to the problems that a rapidly growing city can face while trying to serve its citizens. When City Hall was built, the original intention of the 2 joining towers was to house all the City Council staff to operate out of this building, with Metro Toronto Council and City staff in one tower, and the City of Toronto staff in another. However, as the city grew, it became clear that this was not feasible, and the city staff were forced to relocate to other locations throughout the city. This relocation led to high rental costs, and as a result, it was determined that an additional city building was to be built. After much debate and controversy, it was determined that Metro Hall would be built where it still stands today, at an estimated cost of $211 million. When you factor in the change in value for money to the modern day cost for Metro Hall, this would be an approximate cost today of $381 million. The main tower of Metro Hall was completed in 1992, and it held the offices for the municipality of Metropolitan Toronto until the City of Toronto megacity merge occurred in 1998, at which point all city governing was moved to the current City Hall in Nathan Phillips Square. Since the transition to City Hall for city governance, Metro Hall has had a large variety of uses. The lower level of Metro Hall contains a community center and a library. The remainder of the building was transitioned to a 311 call center in 2007, which, for those of you who don't know, is a number you can call to address a wide range of city-related issues such as garbage collection, illegal parking, or other property tax questions. There's also been a number of TV and movie events filmed at Metro Hall, and one film the building played the role of the UN building. Another interesting thing to consider with Metro Hall is its partial heritage designation by the Ontario Heritage Act. In every other case where we featured a building that is designated as historic under the Act, the entirety of the building was designated. This is not the case with Metro Hall, as only the Metro Hall council chambers have been designated as historic in this case. I found the statement of cultural heritage value for this building quite interesting, so I figured I'd share it with you as well. The Act defines the cultural heritage of Metro Hall as the following. The cultural heritage value of the Metro Hall council chambers is related to its design or physical value as a rare example of a building type. One of a select number of city halls in the City of Toronto. The council chambers are located on the 2nd floor of Metro Hall and extend to a mezzanine at the 3rd floor. Access to the council chambers is provided by an exterior staircase designed as a ceremonial entrance and placed at the main east entrance to Metro Hall, as well as from stairs, elevators, and escalators inside the building. The council chambers are positioned to overlook the public park between Metro Hall and Roy Thomson Hall to the east and the Toronto skyline. The historical heritage value of the Metro Hall Council Chambers is also connected to its historical value and its direct association with an institution that is significant to the City of Toronto. The Metro Hall Council Chambers were the first purpose-built council chambers for the former municipality of Metropolitan Toronto. The upper-tier municipality was created in 1953 when 13 cities, towns, townships, and villages were brought together to provide more effective delivery of government services. In 1967, amalgamations reduced the 13 municipalities to 6, composed of the 5 cities of Toronto, North York, Etobicoke, Scarborough, and York, and the borough of East York. The municipality initially provided water treatment and supply services and sewage treatment facilities, and constructed and maintained expressways and major arterial roads. Metro assumed additional responsibilities over time, including the administration of social services. With the creation of the current City of Toronto on January 1, 1998, the municipality of Metropolitan Toronto was dissolved. I thought this provided a good insight as to why the building matters to Toronto's history, while also providing some good information about the city's past and how it came to its current form as we know it today. Another thing mentioned in the piece from the Heritage Trust is the great view that the council chambers has to the east, specifically the public park between Metro Hall and Roy Thomson Hall. The park has been named after David Picot, who co-founded the Toronto City Summit Alliance. This non-profit group attempts to boost civic engagement and address urban challenges in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. Picot died at the age of 54 in 2009, and the park was unanimously named in his honor in April of 2011. Looking now at our take on Metro Hall, this building has been in progress for many months on the project, with the exterior shell remaining with no interior for quite a long time. The exteriors were completed by former builder Seth Bacon, and Von Frank put a ton of work into finishing up the interiors, as well as completing Picot Square. As I mentioned earlier in the video, this building was one of internal controversy. There was much debate about what the exterior block on this building should be. It was originally per block, but we settled on white terracotta, which I think is the right choice. Let me know what you guys think about the choice of exterior color in the comments of the video. Looking at the interiors for these buildings, we can see the same detail we've always come to expect from Von Frank. The main tower, which holds the city services that operate out of Metro Hall, also includes an NPC at a check-in desk as part of a quest that begins on Duncan Street, north of this location. Overall, the completion of Metro Hall was a huge step forward for the Building Toronto project, as we aim to complete our first 2023 goal of completing all the outstanding builds within our current building perimeter. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you think of this building and what your favorite part of this area is. That is going to be it for this video. I'm really happy to finally have content coming out on the channel on a somewhat regular basis, and I intend on increasing uploads more in the coming weeks. I have some planned shorter Building Toronto videos coming out soon that I intend to help those who may visit the project themselves and want to explore. With that in mind, if you have a Minecraft Java account, you can explore the Building Toronto map for yourself at BuildingTO.ca. You can find the IP in the description of the video. Additionally, if you wish to catch up on past Building Toronto content, you can check my channel for a playlist with all of the past videos I have done on my channel. Thank you all so much for watching this, taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer and you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and share the channel with some of your friends to help continue to grow this community. If you are looking for more Gamefruitpulp content, you can check the description of my Linktree, which will provide a number of different ways to connect further with the channel. Thank you all again for watching. This has been a Minecraft Building Toronto episode. My name is Gamefruitpulp, and I will catch you guys all next time. Have a good one.